see synergy occurring in front of your own eyes. Starting right now, we will be able to be much more content. The choice is yours. Become aware, grasshopper. There is no end of craving, hence contentment alone is the best way to happiness. You can never get enough. It's impossible. So you'd be smart to say, this will satisfy me. And an example of that would be overeating, because portions are designed to be best. That's what portions are. So the way to do this is, if you want to eat potato chips, should you ever bring the bag with you in front of the television? No. Fill up a bowl that has a reasonable amount, and then say to yourself, I will be content with this amount. And then you will be, because you've set limits on this drive that we all have that's called the id. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. I truly believe this. This is Helen Keller, who was blind. So think about it. Leaving this building today now with your eyes closed. It would be chaos. That's the choice she had. Either stay in the darkness or move about this scary place. She said life is either a daring adventure or nothing. So when I hear the voice that says you shouldn't go there or do that, or don't go introduce yourself, because I walked into the room, I didn't know anyone, and I started introducing myself, there was a voice inside that said, don't do this. Wouldn't you have that voice, kind of trepidation? Yeah. I didn't know if I'd ever be a public speaker, because that voice was pretty loud. Like, it's kind of scary up there in front of 500, 1,000 people, whatever it is. I did not listen to the stupid voice. I listened to the voice that motivated me, and this is the voice. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. And I really am not going to settle for nothing, because I'm here one time, and I better make the most out of life. Life is a verb. You've probably wondered, what is life? I define it quickly. It's a verb. Every morning in Africa, the gazelle gets up and knows it must outrun the fastest lion. Every morning in Africa, the lion gets up and knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle. What's the message? When the sun comes up, get going. Life is a verb. So when you're procrastinating, when you're sedate, you're ignoring this mantra. Remember how I said you might want a mantra? Life is a verb. That's my mantra. John Mayer has a song, Love is a Verb, right now. Love is a verb. Meaning, it's not understood or appreciated if it's kept inside. If you're going to love somebody, show them. The tragedy of life is not that it ends so soon, but that we wait so long to begin it. I guarantee you guys are waiting for some epiphany that's never going to happen. And you think, maybe if I got married, I'd be happier. Maybe if I had a girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe if I didn't have algebra. Happiness is a choice. Algebra sucks. Anyone can make travel plans. Who doesn't want to be happier? How many New Year's Eve resolutions go unfulfilled, do you think?
All of them?
Almost. 50% of Americans every year, half of all Americans, make New Year's Eve resolutions. 80% of them are unfulfilled. 8 out of 10. You don't know how to set realistic goals and objectives. If you'll take what I've given you and say, I'm going to make a spiritual goal, I'm going to make an environmental goal, it starts to become more of a reality, because you've been able to compartmentalize what it is you want to do. The dream inspiration is 1%, so that's not enough. It's not enough to just be inspired. You have to create a plan. Your passport could be this reflection paper. It's an insight into who you are. So at the start of the paper, if it were me, I would say, I came into class thinking life was okay. However, upon closer examination, I realized my life was about a 3. Why was that? Well, it's because I don't do all that I could do. I don't eat as good as I could. I don't exercise as often as I could. You go through this litany of things, and then you realize, you know what? I thought I was a 6, but I'm really a 3. The good news is I can be a 7 by next week. It doesn't happen overnight because it's taking you 15 million minutes to get to where you are. Not all of that is good. Not all of the voice that you've developed inside of your head is helping you. Don't bring a gun, or don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You're not prepared for life if you don't spend some time developing who you are. So you'll always be out in a world that is bigger than your capabilities. Goals are the start. If you'll ever learn to write objectives, so if you tell me you want to eat better, I would say that's a goal. But then if you were to say, and what's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan, would you like to eat better?
Yeah.
All right. How would you like to do that? Give me one example of how you could eat better.
Well, obviously eating less fast food.
All right, so I would ask Ryan to say, would you be willing to make a goal to eat better? Would you?
Yeah.
How often do you presently, this is the awareness, eat fast food?
At least 4 times a week.
4 times a week. All Ryan has to do to improve by 50%, which is a quantum leap in improvement, would you be willing to reduce your fast food consumption twice a week? For a month. Would you be willing to do that? I guarantee you you'll be happier. What I have noticed, and I go in cycles, if I don't ever eat McDonald's, I feel much better. Have you ever eaten too much McDonald's? Yes. I acknowledge that they have sexy fries too. But you could find, someday you're going to buy a car. Let's say your first car, you can't afford a brand new one, so you buy a used car. There will be a McDonald's French fry under the seat. Okay? That car and that French fry will be 12 years old. It will look brand new. Those French fries never deteriorate. They are made from some alien grease. Okay? They really are. I don't understand it. They never decompose. When you go to change your thought process, you will experience dissonance. What is dissonance? That's a voice that says, let's say I'm sitting in a bar. And what is your name?
Tori.
Tori. I'm at a bar, and Tori walks in. And they happen to be playing Travis Tritt Trouble. Okay? And I look up, and Tori walks in, and I go, I would like to meet Tori. Then I will have an avalanche of stupid voices. You don't know this because you're not a guy. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, how do I meet this woman? Because maybe that would enhance my life. I could make a friend, okay? I could have an intimate relationship. But my body will not leave the bar stool because I am afraid that you will possibly say something that would harm my feelings. Are you with me? I have to negotiate in this dangerous world. Helen Keller's saying, get off the bar stool, stupid. Okay? This is a person. She cannot hurt your feelings. In fact, you could not make me feel inferior without my permission. You with me? So I take a chance and I go up and I say, how you doing?
Fine.
Fine. You know, I was reluctant to come over here because I don't know you at all, but I would like to get to know you somehow, some way. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. And then my friends are going, high five. It's a problem. And just what happens if I walk in the bar, and what's your name?
Shakira.
Chiquilla? And you say, that man is sexy. How can I get to know him? Would you have a dialogue that would get you off of your bar stool and come over and greet me? No. 90% of what we could do never happens. You with me? Yeah. Because you're going to say, there's no way I'm going to get up and meet that sexy man. Okay? Let alone buy him a drink. But you could come up to me and say, hey, big boy, how about buying me a drink? All right? And I'd say, okay, what would you like? Nietzsche, philosopher, says, you know what? You need some chaos in your soul to give life to a dancing star. What that means is, if your life is perfectly ordered, you're not taking any chances. You with me? Yeah. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. So, if you feel a little uncomfortable, as I would do if I was going to meet Tori, I guarantee you I would have a voice that would be telling me not to do what I want to do. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir.
What is your name? What's your name?
Solomon Davis.
Solomon?
Solomon.
Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Solomon, unfortunately, I have given about 20 minutes of sterling information. I'm hoping I can catch you up quickly. Are you ready?
Already.
Good job. You had something to write with because I plan to dazzle you with brilliance. Expect some turbulence. Because you're going to make some goals that will make you a better person, but you've got stupid voice saying, you don't want to do that. So it's going to be an internal struggle. You're going to have to argue with yourself to get off the bar stool if you want to meet someone, to eat better, to go to the store and buy things that are good for you. You can't eat a banana if you don't buy them. And then you're going through the store and you'll do like me. I gave up chocolate in this class one time for 20 years. No chocolate. I love chocolate. But I figured I could learn to discipline my mind. And for 20 years I would walk through Walmart and the M&Ms would say, hey big boy, it's been a long time. And I would have to fight that voice. It was an agonizing pain. Now, in August of this year, I started eating chocolate again. And it was like a major happening. Because right away I went for the M&Ms, peanut variety. Okay? But soon I will lay them down again. Because it's just a little fling I'm having. Me and chocolate, we're just having a fling. The truth is that our finest moments are most likely to occur when we are feeling deeply uncomfortable, unhappy, or unfulfilled. For it is only in such moments propelled by our discomfort that we are likely to step out of our ruts and start searching for different ways or truer answers. So what's going to take maybe is for you to get a little frustrated and say, I'm tired of being alone on Friday night. I'm tired of being the one that's made fun of. So eventually you're going to say, because one of the life domains is relationships, you might say, you know what? I'm a little tired of the way this relationship has gone. Therefore, this is what I would like. And you can become assertive. And you feared the negative the whole time, and the negative never happened. Guess what? 80% of what you worry about never happens. 10% is already happened. 80% of what you choose to worry about has never happened and never will happen. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. Remember, you need some mantras. They could be posters on your wall. You don't live your life as a cliche, but you need some underpinning to motivate you to think differently. And for me, these are some of the words that work. There are 350,000 words in the English language. You need to put together some good ones, some ones that make you stronger, make you a believer, a dreamer. Voyager was launched in 1977 and has been traveling towards the end of our galaxy at 38,000 miles an hour. How many people were not alive in 1977? Yes. So, before you were born, they launched a spaceship called Voyager, both 1 and 2. It's been traveling 38,000 miles an hour from before you were born, and it still hasn't reached the end of our galaxy. In 2 years, it will enter a new galaxy, which is 11.7 light years from Earth, 6 trillion miles. The moon is 1 light second away. Are you getting perspective here? There are as many galaxies, something that took 38,000 miles an hour times 37 years to get to the end of ours. There are as many galaxies as there are grains of sand on a beach.